Welcome back. Here's another video for parents. This video is for parents who have chosen hybrid learning. So this is the hybrid learning, what to expect at the Musselman Learning Center video. So, what does hybrid mean? Hybrid basically means that your child will have a combination of in person instruction paired with virtual instruction. This means that they will come physically into the Musselman Learning Center 2 days a week and stay virtual 3 days a week. So, you should have been assigned your child's cohort by now. If you are unaware of your cohort, you need to reach out to his or her teacher or call our school office. Cohort A students will come to school Monday and Tuesday and remain virtual the rest of the week. Cohort B students come to school on Thursday and Friday and are virtual the rest of the week. We are counting on parents to make sure that they know what their cohort is and ensure that their children are sent to school only on their assigned days. If families are unable to adhere to the assigned days, they do run the risk of being moved back to virtual instruction. So, what are some parent expectations during hybrid learning? The first one is on the days that your child is assigned to come to the Musselman Learning Center, there will be an online COVID questionnaire that you must fill out before you leave the house. That's right, before you get on the bus or before you get in the car for Carline. It's the Frontline Health Portal app, and I will have a separate video explaining how to sign up and register with that. Failure to fill out this questionnaire on a consistent basis also could result in your child being moved back to virtual instruction. Remember that if your child is showing any of the signs below of being sick, we're asking that you please keep him or her home from school to err on the side of caution. A few things you might want to consider are a fever of 100.4 or higher, a sore throat, a cough, difficulty breathing, diarrhea or vomiting, or a new onset of a severe headache, especially with a fever. As always, if your child will be absent, we ask that you please let the teacher know via talking points or call the office to report that absence. Once your child is at school, if for any reason your child needs to leave early for a doctor's appointment or a family issue, please contact the teacher or office first thing in the morning to let us know. We cannot make any changes to your child's dismissal or how they are scheduled to get home after 1 p.m. on a school day. We also cannot dismiss any children from the office area or the lobby after 3 p.m. once our dismissal process has begun. Also, remember when you come to school to pick up a student, you must have a valid ID with you. Without a valid ID, you cannot pick up any students in the Norristown Area School District. Also, due to COVID 19 restrictions, only two people are permitted in the lobby area at a time. So there will be spots taped on the sidewalk out front for you to wait outside. Also, there's only one person per family permitted to accompany the student into the lobby area. So we ask that you plan accordingly. This is a picture of what the Frontline Health Portal looks like. And you can go onto the App Store on your phone and find that and download it. As I said, there will be a different video explaining the process of registering. Attendance is always important. Please remember that a note is required for any absences, either virtual or in person. You can send a talking points to the teacher, you can email the teacher, or you can send a handwritten note to school the next day. If your child is absent 3 days or more, a doctor note is needed to excuse those absences. Remember that if your child misses the bus and you are unable to get them to school on an assigned hybrid day, they do have the option to log on and participate virtually so they won't be marked absent. Communication is very important, and we recommend that you continue to use the Talking Points apps to communicate with your child's teacher. Please make sure that you have the app updated and you are checking your messages. Please remember to try and communicate with your child's teacher in the morning before school starts. It's going to be a little bit tricky for teachers to check messages once they have students in person and virtually. So, for the sake of communication, we ask that you try to do that in the morning. If you are ever having trouble getting in touch with the teacher, you can always call the Musselman Learning Center and talk to our secretary, Miss Yvonne. Just be patient when you call. We only do have one secretary and she has lots of responsibilities. So if you call and it goes to voicemail, please leave a message. She will call you back as soon as she has an opportunity. Late arrival. So, what happens if you miss the bus or you just get up late one day? You can still come to school. Just make sure you follow these steps. For late arrival, we ask that you park in the visitor parking. That's the parking lot in front of Rocco's and 7-Eleven. We ask that you and your student put their mask on before getting out of the car. Remember, only one person can accompany the student up to the office. You go to the main entrance. That's where you see that blue arrow pointing. Please make sure to follow the tape on the sidewalk and maintain social distancing. And remember that we can only have 2 people in the lobby at a time. There will be staff outside or in the lobby area to assist you in signing in late students. Our new hybrid schedule will begin on April 5th. So take a look at this new schedule. You'll notice that we still have language arts and math. We still have our social circles, small groups, and our asynchronous or independent work. But note there's a few changes. There is also 2 breaks for bathroom, 2 breaks for recess, and lunch. So this is just an example of what the schedule will look like. Now, there will be live instruction all through the afternoon as well. So, some things to remember when you're virtual. So, the days that you're virtual, you will follow that same schedule. Lunch is now only 30 minutes. When your child is virtual, they need to eat lunch at the same time as in person students. After lunch, they will need to log back on for live instruction. Please note there is now live instruction all through the afternoon. Small groups and independent work now starts at 2:30 each day. There are 2 recesses each day. When your child is virtual, that can be their break time and recess at home. There are also scheduled bathroom breaks. When your child is virtual, that can be a bathroom break for them as well. Wednesdays will remain asynchronous and the schedule will remain the same. Students must log in on Wednesdays for homeroom at 9 a.m., and families need to check the Google Stream for the students' Wednesday schedule and any work they need to complete that day. Another thing to remember when you're virtual is your students no longer need to pin the teacher. In the past, we asked students to pin to pay more attention. Now, with our technology, the teacher can actually pin herself for students. So that's the most important thing. And the teacher will walk you through how to look at the screen and what to do. Supplies when your child is coming into the Musselman Learning Center. First things first is a book bag big enough to carry a Chromebook, a charger, and any other materials. That's right, a Chromebook. Students will need to bring their Chromebook all the days that they are in person instruction if they need to use it. We also ask that you write your child's name on the outside of their book bag nice and big so that things don't get lost. They also might need to bring their math book or a writing journal. That will depend on the teacher. But it's important to note that the Chromebook with a charger need to come each day. We also ask that you send a Ziploc bag with an extra set of clothes for your student. Please make sure to write your child's name on the outside of the bag. In the bag, we ask that you have a t shirt, some pants, underwear, and socks. That's just in case of an accident or a spill. We're also asking that you send 2 masks with your child's name on the outside. We're asking that you label everything with their name so we don't lose anything. One mask will stay in school and one they will wear back and forth. We also ask a personal water bottle labeled with their name. Make sure it's a water bottle that's leak proof. We don't want it leaking in the book bag on the Chromebook. Also, some teachers may be asking for students to bring some personal toys to play with at recess, again in a Ziploc bag with their name on it. No electronics, just some toys to play with. Some days students will be using equipment, some days they will be playing on the blacktop. Again, just check with your teacher on those details. Here are some supplies that your student will need to leave in school each day. They will need to send in a pack of crayons, a pack of 8 pencils, 3 glue sticks, scissors, headphones. Again, please write their name on the headphones and a sweatshirt with their name on it. That's in case we are keeping the windows open for better ventilation, but it might be cold, so we want students to be comfortable. Okay, some important dates you need to remember. March 25th and 26th are parent teacher conferences. If you haven't made an appointment to meet with your child's teacher, please make sure to do that today. Also, those days are early dismissal for students. Class will end at 12:20 that day. March 29th to April 2nd is our spring break, no school. April 5th to 9th, Musselman Learning Center will remain fully virtual. However, we will begin the hybrid schedule just so we can get everyone used to it before we're back in school because the day will be a little different. April 12th will be the first day for our cohort A students. April 15th, first day for our cohort B students. Any issues with technology, you can still reach out to Mrs. Espinosa, lead teacher, and Miss Womack, our school counselor. We thank you for listening and hope that you are as excited as we are to have our students back in the building. Please reach out to your child's teacher or the office or Mrs. Espinosa or Miss Womack with any questions, comments, and concerns. We thank you for listening. Have a great day and stay safe.